I see a smile when it hits the light, when it's in the light. Oh, I see his eyes when I close my eyes, when you close your eyes. Never said I wasn't innocent, just never left the witnesses. I walk alone at night, the moon is shining on the victim's lips. Boots are dragging across the gravel, hear the snakes, they start to rattle. Shadows crossing across the desert, two of us, but one is saddled. The other was a brother, youngest child of his mother. He was looking for an honest buck, but neither of us loved her. The daughter of a banker, she was married to a stranger. He had owned 1,000 acres and a lust for young teenagers. And me, I was the roper, met her father playing poker. He was down his family farm, he couldn't catch a hand, a joker introduced him to the mark, the rancher's farm. I worked the yard, I knew he had the money for a younger bride. Now that's a starter, ranging from the middle. Couple strangers knew my angle, watched him trade her for some papers. Got my gun and left the table, told the markets I was leaving. Grabbed the money in the evening, meet me at the edge of town. I'll hit the banker's house between them, come on. I see a smile when it hits the light, it's in the light. I see his eyes when I close my eyes, when you close your eyes. Now maybe heaven isn't in the plans for me, I guess no different then. But I don't rob a man who doesn't have a pot to piss within. I waited for the couple to the place where they had stumbled, hiding in the shadows slowly. I was waiting for the scuffle. As he robbed the daughter's wallet, I ran up and swung a bottle, knocked him out, he fell and wallowed, while the daughter yelled and hollered. So I shot her with my pistol, watched her body fall and blister. Grabbed the dollars out the wallet and I swallowed all the whiskey. Hurry, stashed the gun up in his palm to plant the evidence for law, and hustled out to meet the banker, copped the papers for the farm. I knew the mark would come around to drag himself up off the ground without a memory. You see the liquor in the bottle drown. I started to the edge of town to meet the mark, confession style, because I knew he had to prove to me he wasn't reckless. Now look, this is how I do it. Every time I keep it moving, keep the focus on the locals, and they'll never notice I'm around. I see a smile when it hits the light, when it's in the light. Oh, I see his eyes when I close my eyes, when you close your eyes. You better keep on walking, you know the streets are talking. Heard there's a bounty across the county, you know that he's on partner. You never steal a man's horse, a thief pays with his life, but you can steal a man's heart with just the price of a wife. Now I don't reckon for a second that there's time for a threat, but yet there's whiskey on the dresser and the blood is still wet. Now I don't think you meant to do, but see the doings all but did. The politicians in this town can make a killing on your head. Cowboys looking for a dollar, hookers looking for a man. They got a preacher and a teacher with a pistol in each hand. Partner, this is just a warning. Got a wife and kids, a mortgage. I don't need a lot of things, but see the bills I got are soaring. So I reckon that you move along. A Christian man won't stoop for long before he gets his weapon praised to heaven and he shoots you gone. Now I'ma count to 3, I'd say it's time for you to leave, but before you turn your back, I wanna see you on your knees. I see a smile when it hits the light, when it's in the light. I see his eyes when I close my eyes, when you close your eyes. I see a smile. I see his eye when it hits the light, when it's in the light. I see his eyes when I close my eyes.